Asiva, this is Geoflaciable coming at you with another Destiny video. What is going on, guys? Today we're here taking a relook at the SUROS regime after the patch, and boy do I gotta tell you, it is back, boys. The SUROS regime is back and it wrecks. But before we get started and letting you know how much this gun wrecks, I do want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed, and if you guys find these videos helpful and enjoyable, share them with your friends and everybody else, because it does help me out. Don't forget to turn on your notifications if you did subscribe so you guys can know when videos go live or when we live stream. But let's go ahead and jump on into this weapon. Now, the SUROS has had its ups and downs. It was really good in year one. I mean, it was my go-to weapon in year one. It used to do 44 to the head, then it got nerfed to 38, then it got re-nerfed to 34, and now it got buffed to 37. Yes, boys, so now it does 37 to the head, but now it's back in action and very helpful. Now, one thing I do want to let you guys know, though, before you go out and start using this weapon, you got to know when to use focus fire and when to use spin up. Now, do keep in mind, focus fire, yes, it is a perk that allows you to use the weapon, and here's where it becomes tricky, because I'm going to show you guys how to use this weapon properly and when to use focus fire and when to use spin up. When you use spin up, only use that in close quarter maps, like very small maps where you feel the enemy is going to be at close combat to you, something like compared to a sidearm type of thing. If you're in a mid-range, long-range map, you're going to want to use focus fire. Now, when you use focus fire and how you use it is going to be detrimental on you being successful with focus fire. So if you notice right here, focus fire fires at a slow rate when you zoom in, but it does more damage. Now, the key to actually being very good with the SUROS and focus fire is to actually, instead of just holding down the trigger, to tap the trigger when you have focus fire. The reason you're going to want to do this is because not only does the weapon fire a lot faster, but you're going to be outputting more damage at a higher rate than if you were just to hold down the trigger. The only tricky part is knowing how to tap it so focus fire can be activated. You have to tap it with a certain rhythm in order for you to get it, because if you don't tap it with a certain rhythm, then you will be shooting a little bit slower. Now, the best way to actually get a test run and kind of figure out how exactly you do this is I would suggest for you to go launch into any patrol mission, go to a wall, hold down the trigger, and see how fast the clip empties. Once you figure out exactly the amount of time the clip empties at, go ahead and reload and start tapping it till you get to a rhythm where you're where you're kind of getting rid of the clip at a faster rate than you were to actually hold down the trigger. And that is the key to actually being a very good SUROS regime player. As you guys see, with the gun has some extensive range now. You guys can notice throughout the gameplay when I'm using it at a mid-range kind of, even in Bannerfall. I spawned in Bannerfall. Bannerfall is actually a very, kind of long-range map. So it's kind of interesting how well it actually performs and how well it does. Now, one of the questions I'm probably going to be getting is, what to actually pair this weapon with. Actually, sidearm is not that bad to pair, because remember, you're going to be using focus fire as a mid-range, long-range, a kind of scout rifle type of version. And your sidearm is going to be very beneficial, because if you're getting rushed, you're going to be able to knock them out with, with your sidearm, or just, kind of get someone very low and he starts pushing up. You're able to definitely transition over to sidearm without a problem. Now, like I said, this map, you're going to, like pretty much this map and Widow's Court, those are going to be maps where you're going to see a lot of people sniping, a lot of No Land Beyonds, a lot of people trying to be OP as heck with their sniper rifles, and it's going to surprise you that you're like using an auto rifle, but you're actually killing them. You're going to notice a couple instances in this gameplay where I'm almost one shot after I kill someone, and the only reason I was actually able to get that shot is because I'm using focus fire properly. As you see right here, I approached this Titan. I did not try to SUROS regime him. I tried to pull out my sidearm and kind of get him, get him out of the way, just because that is such a very close range, and that's where you're going to want to be using spin off instead of focus fire. But if you're rocking focus fire, you're going to want to know exactly when that sidearm will come into play. Now, also, one thing I do want to let you guys know is, remember that map awareness is going to be very crucial when using any sort of weapon. You're going to want to be able to kind of strafe back and forth, where you're not constantly just standing in one area. But that's more of a tutorial video on how to actually strafe. But this is just overview of what you guys need to do when using this weapon properly. Another key tip I want to give you about using the SUROS, remember, focus fire only works and will only prong when you guys zoom in scope. So if you guys are trying to hit fire without zooming in the weapon, then that's going to cause it to not actually do what it's meant to do. And check out this nifty death from above. They were just chilling right there. That's why you should not be hard scoping when you're playing maps. You should just be concentrated on your radar and start hot scoping, guys. All right, so right here, check this out, guys. I kind of got him low health with the SUROS, pushed in with my sidearm and took him out. So that's what way you're gonna want to be approaching maps and playing. But like I said, the SUROS regime, it is back. It is so crispy now. It's not the year one. It's not the year one SUROS, because like if you guys recall earlier in the video, I told you guys it did a lot more damage with headshots. But it's still really, really decent, and definitely one of the best auto rifles currently right now in the game. But the key, like I said, is learning how to use the focus fire. I do want to know from you guys, though, did you guys already know that you guys were supposed to tap the SUROS regime when it had focus fire, and that it was actually it actually shoots a lot faster than if you were able to hold down the trigger? Please let me know that in the comment section. I do want to know if you guys already knew that. If you guys are year one players and coming from year one players, if you guys already knew that, is that the way you guys used to gun, or was it something new for you guys? Let me know. I do want to know how many people actually knew that little trick, or if they didn't. And as you see right here, how effective it is with snipers. You guys see, I've been kind of battling snipers throughout this whole gameplay, just because, I mean, these guys are really focused on sniping, I guess. They think, oh, Bannerfall, sniper map. So you're going to want to go ahead and know your angles, know your, know where to shoot, where not to shoot, and when to take cover, because the thing with the focus fire, if your aiming is a little bit off, it's going to really mess it up, where you're not landing your hits. So you're going to want to know when to strafe into cover and when not to strafe into cover. So that's pretty much how the SUROS regime works this year around. Let me know if you guys have given it a try, if you guys have taken it to Crucible, and if you have, what do you guys think about it? Do you guys like the way it is now? Do you still think it needs a buff, or do you think it needs a nerf? I hope you guys don't think it needs a nerf, but if you do, I do want to know why you think it needs a nerf. But one thing I do want to know is if you guys like the way the way it is now. Is it something that you guys definitely are happy with the new meta patch, that it made the SUROS regime viable again, or are you guys still like, oh no, I really don't care that the SUROS, I won't even be using it at all, type of person? Let me know that in the comment section down below. Look at this guy. It's just he was just, dude, that guy all this game has been trying to stick me with a nade, and he has failed every single time trying to stick me. That's what you guys got to know. When people say, oh, Sticky takes no skills, you can see it right there, buddy. You can see it right there. What happened? He tried to stick me multiple times in this gameplay, and he failed. So definitely, if you guys are going to want to, run stickies, you're going to have to up your game and know when to actually throw them. And, one thing about stickies, I probably should make a sticky video on how to use stickies. But one thing I do want to let you know, since we're talking about that in the subject, is, you got to know which arm you're actually throwing the sticky, so you can know exactly how to do it. So look at this crispy twofer that I get at the end of this video. Very, very awesome. So right now I was kind of trying to bait that guy to push me, because he was in the corner. I see this guy running away. I was like, why are you getting away? Come here, man. I want your cookies. Give me your cookies. So we're gonna go ahead and push up right here and see exactly where he's at. But look at this crispy twofer that I get right now. That guy's trying to hide. I throw him a little grenade just to make sure he doesn't come out, pop up with a sniper and try to kill me. And here we go, guys. We're going in for the kills. This is like the Jaws, man. We're gonna go. Where is the prey? Let's close this out. Let's clamp this game. Let's put this game on lockdown. Here I go, boys. Oh, Geronimo. Boom. Chakalaka. And there you go, guys. We got that crispy W. But let me know what you guys think of the SUROS. And don't forget, guys, if you want to stay up to date for all things Destiny, make sure you keep it locked on this channel. And I will catch you guys on the next video.